fight a bitch, nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Let some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God. That wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wookie-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? Rich Sharper tapping in CNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, like cook cracking.
And was trying to get back to the topic.
Right. Here at CNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. That good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? Hit that notification bell. Hit all say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Everything we have going on here at CNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. That knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that get subscribe button for everything we got going on. Here at TNN, and we would love for you to become a part of this Trap News Network family. Hit us up, TRAPNEWS. I got some Jack in the Box. Had to do it. I'll be telling y'all I'm ghetto. Don't worry about it. You want to be a part of this Trap News Network Mafia, a Rich Shopper Mafia Trap News Network family, eating Jack in the Box, 1:30 in the afternoon, kicking it, doing content. Let me know something. You get paid for it. Hit me up on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX, Trap News Network. And hit the description, sign the petition. We finna get up into this Kantiana. Brandon addressing suspects, spitting on him. Let's go.
Yeah, and he did say he's not gonna. My bad.
But regardless, yes, despite that, Brandon was trying to get back to the topic.
Right. Yeah, and he did say he's not gonna advocate for suspect to lose his job, because that was the only thing I asked him was, hey, bro. If no jumper do what no jumper do, let them do it on their own. Don't ask for this.
No, okay. This is the tea. This is the tea that we got to get to. So I'm going to do content with Whack later today. The eve of you getting into the conversation with suspect in which he pulled out his sword and whatnot. Was it really a Swiss Army knife? Because that's funny.
He pulled out Excalibur.
He literally pulled it out and started trying to unfold the glass. Why do you lie? You know you saw that.
I did not see the knife.
You're such a liar.
I wouldn't necessarily believe it if you were the only one saying it, but the security guard said it.
I'm not saying he didn't have
one
it.
thing I don't do, I don't lie on the internet. I don't get on the internet and be like, I'm just going to lie. Like this. And plus, that's a serious accusation.
Okay.
And if he didn't have it,
and Jefe said he's seen it too.
He probably would have got killed by me because I had him. He was screaming.
So after the spit, you were determined, like, oh, I'm gonna.
That's why Flakko and Jefe got a problem, because Flakko keeps saying little stuff like that to antagonize young Jefe.
It's on him. Like, I was literally the security. First of all, he's way too small. You know, he wasn't able to like control us both. So he said,
pretty hard.
He said, "Let me control the person I can control," and he rammed suspect up against.
So we need to have more of a Goliath doing security for your next altercation.
You gotta get some Samoans. I'm not gonna have another altercation.
Yeah,
but the thing is, when you spit, I don't think Crip Mac's gonna be so crazy as to try to spit on me.
No.
Tone was part Samoan.
Okay.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Crip Mac never did anything. He never threatened anybody, really. He was
Crip Mac be bothering himself. Crip Mac don't want to have no problem with nobody. Crip Mac is minding his own Crip Mackington business.
pretty chill as far as being
He
here.
would just talk shit about you in the office.
But to be
He
fair,
wouldn't know what the hell to think
but
of you,
Crip
honestly.
Mac was never put in a situation where, like, all of a sudden he's across from Munchie or he's across from somebody he don't get along
We never
with.
had Crip Mac in any kind
Can I
of
tell you guys-
problematic scenario.
Can I tell you guys, the issue is this, and Suspect admitted it last night on his stream. By the way, go watch that. He needs the money. But he said, I wasn't going to not go to No Jumper knowing Brandon was there so y'all could call me a B word. And
So Suspect was too worried about what the comments thought. So you guys can call me a B word. You're gonna say that I was scared. You're gonna say that I was terrified of Brandon. If I wouldn't have went up to No Jumper, then you would have said this and that about me. And I'm a grown man, and I'm so worried about what the comments say and all this and all that, to where it cost me my job. And if I would have really got crazy with Brandon, Brandon would have smashed me like a little and it would have cost me my life.
say I got marked out. So he's telling you in that moment, I live and die by what the opinion of the fans, the opinion that the fans carry. So he literally went into a situation where he knew he wasn't going to be able to control himself because he didn't want the fans to judge him as a mark. At
But that's
that
fair,
point,
though.
No,
Not
that's
just the-
absolutely.
That's absolutely not fair. That's childish and that's immature. That's not something that's grown men should be getting us in conflicts that's going to cost us the livelihood of our family.
Fans,
Stupid,
but-
judge him as a mark.
And that shows you exactly where Flakko's at. You care too much about what the fans say. Almighty Suspect allowed the fans, who are now all at work, providing and supporting their families, cost him his chili.
That's
That
fair,
point-
though.
No,
not
that's
just the
absolutely
fans,
stupid.
but
Like,
but
we're not
I
12.
agree. I agree with you that he is allowing his ego to dictate his actions 100% and get him in a bad situation. However, it's not just the fans he's tripping on. This is a dude. He's outside in the streets of LA. If you have a certain jacket on you, if you have a reputation.
Outside doing what? Getting drugged up and down the alley like a block of cheese on a cheese grater. Speaking of, shout out to the homie Jungle Juan. Hooked me up with the rare airs today. Shout out to the BPSs. Shout out to the homie Jungle Juan. Show me some love, man. I got them rare airs today, them threes. You feel me? Rare air threes. Shout out to my boy Jungle Juan. Shout out to Almighty Cheese Block.
For being a mark, for being a rat, for being a J-Cat, is going to put you potentially in danger.
So he already has that reputation?
No, but if he
He knows that could be a thing that would create, a bunch of for him to deal with. Like, he knows that if he acts like a hoe on the podcast, that he's going to basically, at some point, have to, deal with that. In the
He
future.
realizes that he's already, when you have a video getting your ass whooped out in the alley like in that fashion, there wasn't 10 people. There wasn't a pack out. It was one guy, and then another guy joined in.
And they had
Two
a gun,
people.
though.
And it doesn't matter. And they were
Usually it
small.
doesn't matter.
Listen, you listen. You
How are we
would
gonna
let a
fight
dude.
back when dude has a gun?
Did the dude literally took the gun off and handed it to someone else?
Hey, it don't matter. Somebody.
Then you shouldn't be in a situation where you're going to get that situation, big dog. Stay out the way if you don't want to get in the way. Simple as that.
In that crew got a gun
You
on
still
them
have to
while
find
they're
a-
jumping. What's supposed to do? Fight
Bunch of
back?
BPS members in the hood. Of course they have
But
guns.
they're from your,
straps.
but they're from your hood. So
It doesn't
if
matter, bro.
If these people were ever your friends, they're not. And he said, "Oh, you gonna do me like that?" And the dude said, "Nah, bro, I ain't gonna do that." So at the end of the day, at least fight hard enough to make them have to pack you out because you never been in a DP
If
or
you start winning, they shoot you and kill you.
If no, that's a lie. You're ignorant. If you start winning.
I love how Brandon handled that. No, that's a lie. You're ignorant. That's simple as that. No, that's a lie. You're ignorant. And let's continue to move on.
Against that one person, then more people jump in until you get beat up.
Yeah.
Even Adam knows that, and he's white. What I'm telling you is the way they slung it, bro. I heard that they were calling this boy cheese because they said the way they dragged his ass through that alley was like he got dragged across a cheese grater.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's my nigga Brandon, boy. Shout out to Brandon.
Like this is word on the street. He's big, he's little cheese now. But what I'm saying is the dude is just so damn insecure. Adam, you have
Adam, you know where that came from. You know, stop playing with me, Adams.
way more fans than Suspect could ever dream of having. Would you let those people impact you to the point where you're willing to jeopardize your safety?
I mean, you have to be aware of what they're going to think. That being said, anybody else feel kind of gross about allowing him to just continue to go on
Yeah.
So when it feels like we can't make this so
And it
much.
feels like he's convinced to fight Milk,
I just
though.
feel bad
He
personally.
can't defend himself.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
Yeah, feel me?
He can't defend himself.
So now y'all give about somebody who can't defend themselves? Barnacles.
If he's not here,
And then
you already
Tudo-
got your wish. You got him up out of here.
That wasn't my wish. That was your wish. You admitted it when we were off the camera.
But I do have a couple. I do have a
No,
couple.
I was kidding, man.
He was dancing.
Yeah, I was crip walking. I
You're dancing, Jake.
You guys teamed up.
I got a couple questions. One, do you think that you should be considered a snitch for bringing attention to the fact that he had a blade?
But no, he wasn't the first one though. And
Bro,
Jefe
are you
said,
a lawyer? Chill out, Rosenberg. I didn't ask you the question.
and Jefe said, he got it right first. So like,
And you don't like Aunt Jefe, and now you're trying to further slam him out. This is about Brandon right now.
I put him in the group chat with Aunt Jefe,
Yeah,
and you were talking to him without saving the number for weeks, thinking it was Munchie. So it turns out you actually do get along with Aunt Jefe.
no,
That's simple how they tried to get
Whack.
They tried to get Almighty Suspect a double about the fire. We finna get up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dot to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We go.